Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't even planning to do a video today, but some breaking news has happened that I thought I would share with you guys. WWE has just fired 6 wrestlers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Notch here. So yes, WWE's fired 6 WWE wrestlers. So this came out at like 11:30 in the morning or something. 11:35 a.m. is when WWE confirmed it. They announced it and they made their posting on social media as well as posting on WWE.com. So the headline here is I don't know what to call it, a headliner. The horrible liner, I guess, is Braun Strowman here. So let me just read the list for you guys. So WWE has come to the terms of the releases of Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Lana, Buddy Murphy, Ruby Riott, and Santana Garnett. Santana Garnett, I believe, was a NXT women's wrestler, but a lot of previous NXT people have went on to the independents to be more successful than they ever would have been in NXT. So I'm sure she'll be okay, as well as everybody on this list. I'm sure everyone will be okay in the long run and find work. But let's just talk about this for a minute. So Braun Strowman released. Braun Strowman literally is a main event guy. Normally they don't, when they release people, it's like people's like, hey, we don't really see potential for us to do something with you right now. Maybe go out on your own, figure yourself out or whatever, work on yourself, and maybe you can come back in the future and we can do something with you. Or it's just being like, we don't have the room for you. We have so many people here and we just don't feel like it's fair to have you under contract and not use you. But Braun was someone who was actively being used. He was someone who WWE gave the Universal Championship to during the pandemic. It's just really, really crazy to see him released. At the same time, I feel like they kind of got lost about what they were doing with the guy. Is he a main event guy? Is he a mid-card guy? What's his gimmick? What's his character? Where's the personality at? Because I'm not really seeing it. It was just kind of like a miscommunication or whatever. I believe Braun definitely has potential in the wrestling business, but I do believe that he needs to kind of work on himself, work on his character. I mean, I think a lot of the blame's on WWE, not necessarily the guy. But yeah, anyway, he's been released by the WWE. So let's just move on to the next name we'll talk about here. So, Aleister Black. Aleister Black, someone I thought they were actually going to be pushing. He was off TV for a very, very long time. It made his return. It looked like they were kind of building him up for something. And now they've just released the guys. They gave up on him, as well as his wife. So his wife wouldn't quit doing Twitch, so they released her, Zelina Vega or whatever. And then there's rumors that Zelina was going to actually be returning, but I don't know if those rumors are actually true now that they've released, her husband as well. Another one that's been released is Lana. So Lana, I mean, she's improved massively, and she's impressed a lot of wrestling fans who were skeptical first to being like, this chick is actually trying. Like, yeah, she's a model, and that's what she has pretty much always done, but she's kind of fell in love with this wrestling business. She's actually giving it her best effort. So as for Lana, I mean, she's not going to struggle for work or anything like that. She always has her modeling career. Now, as for a future for wrestling, I don't know how much the wrestling business or the wrestling bug has bit Lana. I don't know if she's going to want to, go out and be on the indies or go to another wrestling promotion, wrestle, or if she'll just be like, the only place I'll wrestle for is WWE. Other than that, I'm just going to do what I've always done. I'm going to be an actress and I'm going to be a model. So I have no idea for Lana, but I'm sure she won't be struggling by any means. Plus, her husband's in AEW, so I'm sure, they're going to be okay. Moving on to Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott, another member of the Riot Squad. They were calling, when they had, Ruby and Liv together, they were calling them the Riot Squad. I'm like, that's not the Riot Squad, you're missing Sarah. But anyway, Ruby's been released now. They're keeping Liv. There's been, a few different, release, cycles, and they've kept Liv. Now, I'm a big fan of Liv. I don't want to see anyone, lose their job or anything like that. But when they don't release Liv, it kind of shows me they do see some potential in Liv to do something with in the future, and they don't want to release her and lose all that potential. So they do see potential in Liv, just hopefully they get their crap together and actually give her a good gimmick sometime soon. But Ruby has been released, and that's very unfortunate. Hopefully she can find work in another company. So yeah, that's actually the 6 WWE wrestlers that they've released today. I'm very, very shocked waking up to this news. I don't know what they're going to blame, if they're going to blame budget cuts or what. I mean, you really can't do that. The pandemic's coming to a close. We're going back on tour. The shows are not limited capacity by any means. They are 100% sell-out shows. And they're touring, and we have Peacock deal and Fox and all the other places giving us money. I don't know why they would have to do a budget cut and release people or what the hell the deal is here. But I just don't know. Normally it's people they don't see potential in, but obviously all these people had potential, but obviously Braun Strowman was the main event guy in the past year. Aleister Black looked like he was getting a big push. I mean, all these people have had like their spotlights on the weekly shows, so it's kind of crazy seeing all these people released. Really, really shocking to say the least. But let me know your thoughts down below on these 6 WWE wrestlers being released out of their contracts today. So right now on screen, I'm going to leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new here. But thanks for watching this video, guys. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.